Okay, we will probably wind up starting the stream early. I just got a couple things to check on. We're gonna get started soon. Make sure to join the Discord. The Discord has all sorts of fun things, and if the Discord is awesome, you should join it. Blah, 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 blah. Making sure that everything is good to go. I am now checking StreamerBot because it's not popped up yet. Platforms, YouTube accounts. Okay, we're connected. It just hasn't picked up yet. There we go. Why are you not? You should be ignored.
The stream is getting ready. Make sure to like and subscribe.
I have to check the user ID on that. Bop. Ba-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Made of lasagna and a cheese-it. Hold up. What are y'all hearing? Am I unmuted? I don't know if I'm not unmuted. That would suck. It would shock. Yes, it will suck. What does it suck? Because it works on. Oh, I am so dumb. I gotta fix that. Let me fix that. What I should do is just have that guy work on my microphone. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That one. And then that one. I'm gonna mute that guy back. And fix the problem. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Okay.
insane.
Dearly Father, please lead me as I walk through this stream tonight. I pray for every single one of the viewers that are going to be watching this shortly. That I would bless them, bless their time, allow them to enjoy it. Allow me to lead them in a way that would be excellent. Allow them to explore their talents and capabilities to leave a legacy. In Jesus' most holy name. Amen. Amen. Okay, y'all, I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Just a tad early tonight. Going ahead, loading up our survival world, and let's go. Welcome to the channel. This is Light, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day. We're gonna be playing just basically converting the base to an actual like living space. Oh. That's wonderful. So apparently you're supposed to keep your mic about a distance away. And I suck at doing that. So I'm trying to do that better. But also cameras down so like you can see me. Welcome to the shortest channel on the planet. Also welcome Brimmer. Give me just a second. No, Wyatt opened up to the regular world. That's weird. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope y'all are doing good. We'll be just goofing off just a tad. Okay. So the main thing that we're going to be doing is kind of filling out this space and building up a livable zone for me. Because right now, if it rains, I basically can't do anything. I'm stuck. So I need to. I can go down to the mine, but I need to kind of widen things out and like get all my storage underneath the roof. Because all this is not underneath the roof. I did discover recently back in middle click to sort these, which is so nice. I have a bunch of irons. That's good to know about. Put all my important stuff here. So yeah. How's everybody doing? What do you guys want to see me do tonight? I need to find a way to basically convert these guys into an iron farm. That's basically what I gotta do. Or a mob farm. That could work. I also do need to start sorting out food. This is the most ADHD stream we've had so far this month. I'm gonna check my audio levels real fast because this ADHD. Let's go. Right? Okay, that works. I feel like that's still a little loud. Let's turn that to like 26. How's that sound? That sounds better. I like that. So, yeah. But I hope y'all are doing good. I'm gonna be trying to add more effects because you know what? I wonder if I bet you I know what the problem with the audio for the voice mod is. It is not related to Discord like we thought. I think I'm probably going to use this archwood, to be honest, for most of it, because I've already used it a bunch, and this deep slate's going to take forever to gather. So I think that's what we're going to do. Going to start by clearing this out, flattening it, and then we'll kind of bring the roof in. I'm going to raise the roof up a block as well, because that is going to actually be necessary for us to do what we're doing right now. So yeah. We're gonna start by making a shovel. We do not have enough sticks to make a shovel, so we're going to take that guy. Skadoosh. We'll go ahead and make an iron one, because that'll be nice and easy. I want to at least make a base, because we might be changing series again, because I am so stinking slow at playing survival. And my timing was bad. Because my friends and I might be starting something soon. Of course, me and my best friend have something big to talk about. So make sure to be tuned in later on. I'm not going to say when, because we haven't really decided when. But yeah. Hi, George. Feel like I'm going to kind of get everything to this level here, and I'm going to kind of have this be like an upper staircase. So I think I like making things kind of work with the terrain. So most of this floor might be kind of pulled up, but this right here, we're going to make I don't really like 2 wide. I'll do 3 wide. And so like there to there. So step, step, and then we'll have like a nice little room up here. So kind of square this up. Because I still do square things up. I'm not that bad. Let's go ahead and get the dirt layer down. The dirt layer will probably get replaced eventually. And then most of the rest of this. So, kind of think I could extend this wall out about 5 more blocks. Yeah, we can go to like right here. So this will be kind of another level to the house. So we'll have a couple levels to the house, and that's how this will work. But yeah. I feel like there's too much information on the what am I looking at mod screen. Okay. Once I have this flattened out, we'll go ahead and start working on floor and wall. You know what we can do? I think we can balance out the gray with birch planks. I think that can work. I don't have... I wonder if this works on archwood. Let's try it out. Let's go over to one of our archwood trees. I honestly think if you're going to do this, you should get something with the elytra on it. The Technomancer is just not a useful build. Darn it. So I personally do not suggest using the Archmage build, actually. Although you do have like a really good... I feel like there's other mods that are needed to make it more useful. And truthfully, it's more of like a you're playing with other people type build. So, because you just have too many weaknesses. Like you're a wimp noodle kind of a thing. Okay, let's square this off. But yeah. So some fun projects are being worked on at Negative Light Media, which is kind of the development side of the channel. Darn it, this is exactly why I'm building all this. Ah! Let me charge up. Protection, healing. There we go. Healing tome. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can sleep. Darn it. Yeah, you better run, doofus. Okay. So, I also think we can kind of gut out most of this room at this point. I mean, I'll probably keep this as like a little like sleep space, but I need to widen this. I need to make the room for this guy be much more safe, and then I need to make the roof. And I think we'll raise this up by 1 whole block on all sides, up here, kind of making it even with this, and then we should be good. Obviously my storage space isn't even covered, so I can't get into any of my storage. Sleep. I need the sleeps. Arrgh. Pog. And my kelp is over there. This is just wonderful. Interesting. I think you can kind of save yourself with this by like side hopping, maybe. But to be very honest, there are definitely other mods you should use. So I will most definitely look for another origin set. I still will make this mod pack public though, in short order, because I do have everything ready for that, and I will be prepping a Prism tutorial soon. Oh, snake! Okay. I need to get a couple redstone blocks. don't have torches again. Oh, wonderful. It's storming. Not in real life. Fun facts. Fun facts. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Am I the meme? Or is this just a fantasy? Okay, I'm going to charge up some so that we can actually go ahead and attack some of these guys, as well as mine some of that iron up there. Or wait, that's gold. We can still use gold. Gold's still useful. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Wait, if it's storming, we can get up to the bed. We need to get a waystone down here because we could seriously speed up our mining process by cutting our travel distance in half. The other thing, of course, is making a create mod contraption. I'm finding that playthroughs where I am just playing, meaning I don't do anything off camera, are not terribly interesting, I find. Like, I've gone back and watched bits of this, and it's just progress is ridiculously slow. So unless I was streaming every night, which, mind you, I'm kind of the theorem that if I'm playing, I could be streaming. So I'm not sure, but I also feel like if I'm just streaming all the time, it'll become too much. Then again, I could just use a generic stream. I don't know. Like, how does one do that? But then again, most of the time, I don't play video games unless I am streaming. So there's like a dozen ways to look at it. And I don't look at it, I don't do it well in any regard. Monster time. The monster is squamdiddly-umptious. I'm gonna make sure the stream is up to date. Okay, good. No, he's watching right now, so. But, yeah, so some of the things that'll be interesting is I'm working on, or considering working on, I'm gonna go check that Discord real fast. So, kind of mention it in the StreamerBot Discord, but I want to try making a StreamerBot extension, which, if y'all didn't know, anytime Negative Light bot chats, that's actually StreamerBot, not Negative Light. That's not me doing the work there. Speaking of which, I did add a command to get the website and to get the Discord on there. Or, well, I changed it up a little. I didn't do much there. But, yeah. So, let's see here. I think that one did something weird. Okay, so I need to elevate this guy by a block, which means I need to trim these off. And I'm going to go ahead and get a roof over to this because, man, is that annoying to deal with. Very annoying. See, and the problem with this guy is I don't really have any combat items. Like, I have a really good mining item in this guy, right? So I can just kind of destroy a couple blocks. But truthfully, the origin just makes things more annoying than anything else. So my opinion on the Technomancer origin is don't use it. It's not worth it. Play with something else. It's just so much better. I'm going to let some people know I'm live while I'm at it. Oh, a meme. That's funny. Did you funny? Good meme posted in the Discord. I can just go to media. I never really published these, and I really should. Wait. That never got posted. What? First off, okay, there are several issues here. Minecraft Origins. Done. Save. Is this stream private? What the heck? Go live. Magic Engineer public. Copy. Delete. Paste. There we go. Publish. Boom. I don't know why that never got published, but apparently it didn't. That's probably why none of my viewers are here. Oops. Oops, no. Okay. Because there's usually like 1 or 2 people who pop in. You know, at least to say hi. But I do know Canada might be getting some fun weather. And when I say fun, I mean... Hello, Starstrike. Welcome. How are you doing today? A snake ate all the viewers. The snake. I don't know that I have a snake. Though I do have new channel art coming out. Almost have all of it done, actually. I'm doing okay. Have been a little under the weather for the last, like, 2 days, but yeah. Yeah, no, like... I'll phrase it this way. A level of rebrand that may include a mascot. Like, a pretty good one, ironically. Yeah, no. I don't think you would be surprised of what the mascot is. Like, it's not... It's one of those things that if you know me... Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, if you know me, you already know what it is anyways. But yes, it is a mascot. It does include the channel theming with the red and the purple. That's kind of where, like, I've started explaining Negative Light more like it's an idea than it is a, like, brand. Because Negative Light inherently, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, when I was starting to dive into the art, I kind of got introspective during that time period where I was like, what do I want to show? What am I? Who am I? You know, and then ultimately it was like, Negative Light is this concept of kind of sin, you know, the sinner becoming righteous through the blood of Christ, things like that. So lots of things, ironically, a lot of things in Celtic mythology, in all sorts of, like, a number of mythologies and things that I actually, like, researched for this. So it's not just like a willy-nilly art design. It is like the concepts of loyalty, the concepts of honor. I have like a whole art board on it too. I need to go hunt that down and pull it back up for when we do the full release, which probably will be soon, because it's going to include some things like swapping out most of the sweet. So now we have our little patio here. So here, that's a wall, so I need to go ahead and extend this out 1 block at least. Don't worry, there will be more color added later, but right now I'm just trying to get something that I won't die with. But yeah, a new dragon, a lot of other things, channel intros. I think we've also got a couple other things in the docket to get done before it's officially released, though. Hoping I can get the funds together to finish it up, but we shall see. Okay. I really wish that Minecraft would just add the ability to have items pop back into your hotbar as you're building, because this is a pain in the butt having to, like, swap items every couple minutes. Okay, I'll work on that. Okay. So yeah. Also, has anybody watched Ant Venom's video on the mug? Apparently that's what we're calling the usage guidelines, is the mug. Not the UG, the mug. Probably because every YouTuber feels like they're getting mugged. Like, I honestly am not sure if I can even be streaming this. Like, is magic considered not appropriate for children? Because some people would argue that. Yeah, no, they're calling the usage guidelines the mug. And honestly, I feel like, yeah, I posted it in PCP's media. So if you'd like to check that out. Apparently people find my thumbnail funny. How is it funny? What? Mia commented on the thumbnail that it was funny. No, I want F3. Is it the blue one? Oh, darn it. Because I don't like it when I alt-tab, it'll pause, and I don't want that feature. I don't want y'all to know that I alt-tabbed away. Changing the audio, or the video, or the stereo. I think that's what it is. There's actually a sticker on my Discord called I think it's negative pog or neg pog. I think we just use neg because negative is too long for something, so neg works in 60% of circumstances. Let me get that. Okay, I think. Okay, do I want to extend it out this far? I know I flattened out this far, but I'm not certain if I want to. I think I might add one more layer here. But then after that, I'm going to kind of work in like a pathway or something. Right now, I'm just putting in the roof because I have to have a roof to work. Because my origin, I can't touch water, which sucks. So bad. Just terrible. But yeah, the face at the bottom, I don't know that it gets me any impressions because it's so small. But yeah. Oh my. Also, there is a meme song I wanted to add as a command, but I cannot for the life of me find it. It's the little cat. It's a little cat where like has the maracas. It's like un, dos, tres, cuatro, da, na, 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 and then it has like the Mario theme. I cannot find it for the life of me. I just realized that could open me to being sued by Nintendo, but let's be real, I play Zelda, so they could just sue me. Anyways, because that's what they do. You got Hasbro and Nintendo. They're both sue crazy. I said I'm gonna sue. Sue. Yeah, I might even sue you. Weird Al Yankovic is funny. I like Weird Al. He's one of those singers that I think he had a level of genius about how he would do songs and make fun of people that made his songs more immortalized than I don't even think he realizes. I don't want to use that. I'm going to use birchwood as the flooring, I think. I'm going to replace all this and put in birch. So I think we're going to get our tooling. I think we've got as much of the roof. Is less sue crazy and more cease and desist. That's valid. That's valid. Nintendo does the same thing, but they're more apt to go ahead and sue you. Even if something's fair use. Like they get away with a lot, but I think it's because they're a big employer in their country. It's like Samsung. Samsung has a lot of power. Yes, I am aware of that. Mia made sure I was made aware of that. Where is... I know I have a saw and a handle somewhere. I just gotta find it. I think I saw it in here. Nope, that's a stone cutter. I don't need a stone cutter. Large gear, small cog, an arrow. I don't know how it's sorting it. Oh, there's my diamond thing. Where the heck is it? Did you know he ends up marrying one of the main characters? I did not know that detail. That seems weird. Even from MLP, which is definitely saying something. Like, MLP and weird is kind of the same thing. I feel. Like, MLP can get strange sometimes. Oh wait, I literally just woke up. Feel like I literally just woke up. I need to get better sources of food. Because my food sources are just terrible. And the thing is I have a bunch of food mods too. Or I have okay. Swap that. Heal. Okay, good. Swap that out. Let's get that there, that there. Okay. I'm not gonna do anything near the water because I just don't want to deal with that right now. And then I'm gonna mine this guy off the ground because that's not gonna count. That guy there, this guy here, and then we just mine that up. At some point, I'll make a contraption to do this for me, but I am not able to do that. Orange autumn sapling. Interesting. And a yellow autumn sapling. Huh. So those are different trees, but they use the same wood types as the birch. And I guess oak is what it is. But yeah. So Weird Al is, I think, one of the better music artists out there. I won't say he's the best. I definitely think like Owl City is probably one of the best ones. Truthfully, if the show has a literal Lord of Chaos that causes chocolate milk to rain from the candy clouds and fill in a glass of milk. He then drinks the glass, not the milk, the glass itself, throws and explodes it. Yes, I love Owl City. My favorite artist, he recently started releasing content again, and I'm so happy. Because he took a long hiatus. Like, it was 2018, back when he stopped releasing. But the other thing is he's a Christian. Most people don't know that. And his new stuff is, like, blatantly Christian. But I think it's because he's a bit more confident, a bit older, and he's not under a label. Because supposedly that was one of the big issues. That's actually the story behind Fiji Water, which is one of his songs. Yes, I actually listened to the, not analysis tracks, but like the history tracks that he posted for all of his music. Because I was very curious. Like, I was like, hold up. Because I think it was North Star that I noticed it. And then I started listening back through all of his songs again. And I was like, there's a bunch of Christian undertones here. Hold up. Wait just a second. What's going on? And I discovered, oh, he's straight up like a Christian. And yeah, I will say, I do believe he wholeheartedly backslid during a portion of his life. And I'm not going to say that every song he's written is righteous or good or edifying necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't say none of his songs tear anybody down. It's not a rap music. But it's not like pure, you know? Then again, I don't know that that's necessary as a Christian artist for every song to be 100% pure. Given that we have the Song of Solomon in the Bible. Yeah, that one gets a little racy. What the heck? My phone, I don't care that you have new themes. Shut up. Okay, let me eat some foods so that I don't die. And then I need to find something that is going to replace these berries at some point, because the saturation is like none. How many? I got 44 blocks. I might be able to make that work. Let's see how far this lasts us. Because I'm not sure how far it will. I think adding the birch will add a lot of light to the rooms, so let's make all these guys, and then I want to make all of those stacked into planks, because I'm going to place planks down, not full-blown structs. I'm going to do top slab, not bottom slab, so it's not going to make the room much bigger, but it does make building go a lot smoother, because I'm not having to get... I literally half my material cost, so... That's one of the things that people, I don't think, consider with building. Mind you, I think material cost matters mostly early game. Because you kind of get to a point where you should have most things automated to the point that you don't need to worry about it. And then it's kind of like, is this half block of birch wood worth... or half of a birch plank, which is 1/8 of a birch block, is that actually worth the time it takes you to go, you know, mine the blocks up, craft it, all that? Which, like, if I ever automate my the birch logs, which might be something I do, depending, because my friends are talking about making a modded season. So I'm working fast to get that going. That, you know, if I automated this, would the amount of material I'm saving save the amount of time that takes me? And that's like the primary operation. Like, that's actually how I consider pay to win versus kind of like paid bonuses to work. If it saves you a minute of time, if you're charging $1 for it, then that's $1, you know, per hour that you're basically charging someone. And so the question is, at what point is that reasonable? And I would say, like, you should have a no more than maybe $1 per minute. Or, it should not give you more than $1 per minute. Hello, Nate. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are just working on the base here, trying to get the floors laid out and all that. I know you were up in, like, the Canada area. Are you gonna be hit by that hurricane coming in? I think it's Lee. I also, interestingly, Idalia did actually cause a good chunk of damage. Apparently, hurricanes are, like, the worst ones every year. So, I didn't think about it, but when I noticed the article on my local news station, I was like, oh. Getting storm chips? I have never heard of storm chips. What are storm chips? Please describe them to me, for I am stupid. Iron golems, I need to make a way for you guys to go die. Like, I have too many of y'all. Canadian tradition. Just, like, getting a bag of chips for a big storm or something? No, that is perfectly fine, Star. I'm just chatting up. And so I'm kind of, like, making comments. If you're commenting, that's fine. If you're lurking, that's fine as well. Get potato crisps before the storm. Oh, that's right. You call them crisps, not chips. Whatever. And then chips are fries, right? Because, you know, we can't make any reasonable decisions, eh? Which, FYI, A might be related to, A, the thing that's notorious for Canadians, right? Might actually be, a form of saying sorry, which I find even more hilarious. Get a family bag if it's a big storm. Interesting. I'm from the South. We just get lawn chairs and stare into the distance. Ooh, that actually looks really good. Like the little like hallway in the middle. I like that. I think I'm gonna keep that. I like this. I'm gonna keep it. But yeah. So Nate, you might have missed. I think that the stream analyzer that I've been talking about. Oh, these guys might spawn those. That's cool. Can't do this in snow. Can't do that in snow. Huh. 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 3. Oh, no lawn chairs? Yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Given that Canada is somewhat cold. Also, I mean, you know, I'm talking not about the normal Southerners, FYI. I'm talking about the rednecks in the South. Which I think we had a discussion that basically kind of came to the conclusion that Canadians are just really northern rednecks. I mean, don't you enjoy freezing to death? Just feeling the icy embrace. Okay. I've had my insanity. Fun. Whatever you want to call it. I just love that I'm steadily collecting iron golems. Like, at some point they're all gonna die, but, you know. I like having this split here. I think we're gonna continue with that. Did you know snow sucks? I mean, I personally enjoyed the snow when I was up north. It is not the best to be out in, though. I will agree with that. Like, it's a wee bit of a pain. And by a wee bit, I mean a huge bit. And mind you, I mean, well, Seneca got a lot. Got a lot. Hey, Ernest!
Hello there.
Dude, I don't really think you realize who you're talking to. Aesthetic and tacky are just two things that I don't know how to do. Okay, that's valid. I never had to shovel snow because we moved when I was 8, so... But... I enjoyed snow. At least when you got to, like, go out, you know, get on the, What we would do is we'd take my grandfather's truck, right? And he had a good old, like, metal body truck. And we would take a rope tied to the tail of the hitch and then get a sled. Usually we'd get the plastic ones because usually they would be completely disintegrated by the end of the season. Tie it to the hitch, tie it to the sled, and just drive around town. Which, mind you, they were out in the middle of nowhere, so we could go fast. I think that my grandfather got the truck up to with my brother and my uncle on the same sled, which my brother's super tall, really big. And then that uncle was also really tall and big. And so they couldn't really fit on one. They would always have to fight. And I think he got up to, at one point, 90 miles an hour. Oh, no, I know. Oh, I know. Snow can be just as deadly as it is beautiful. Yeah, no. If we have an 0.1% chance of snow in Georgia, you will not find bread on the shelves at all for like 6 months. Why the heck did you turn off? Thank you, you stupid animal. Oh, you guys get the dirty snow. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I can get why you wouldn't like it. That's always never fun. Do they sort this by number of items? Hold up. Okay, is this sorted by quantity? It's sorted by quantity? I'm not sure how I feel about that. Freeze thaw makes ice sheets. Yep, the ice sheets. Those are always great. They're terrible. Don't trust the roads, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that would make anything ugly. You know? Just anything. Everything. Potatoes. Cheese wedges. Where's leads? I need the 2 free leads, if I can. Oh, wait. Oh, no. There we go. Sweet. We got 2 kelp. Your snow stinks. Potatoes are great. I like potatoes. I really want to make mashed potatoes this week. I have not actually planned that. I will go to places. Like there's a restaurant chain called Old Charlie's in the South. And it's like a sit down, like a nicer restaurant, but they're known for their baked potato soup. And so what I'll do is I'll get a shepherd's pie, which is basically like a cake kind of a thing. Like picture a cake, and you basically have like vegetable soup, or like a vegetable stew on the bottom, and then a layer of potato. And then sometimes cornbread. I don't have a Tim's within 100 miles of me. I guarantee it. Okay, so that's a shepherd's pie. Then I'll get an order of loaded mashed potatoes, which is mashed potatoes with bacon and cheese. And then I'll get the loaded baked potato soup, which is a bunch of cheese and that. Dude, I don't have the money to travel. I got a house to pay for now. I do have some money to travel, but I don't want to spend it right now. I mean, okay. Okay, Tim's seems like it would be an interesting idea, and if I do go to Canada, I definitely would try it. But I'd have to get to Canada first. And that's a process. And I'm certain that they have me on a board where I probably wouldn't be let in to begin with. I don't really want to use diorite. Let's see here. What can I do with you? Stone cutter. I have one of those. Okay, I can make stairs out of you. So let's get our stone cutter out. I think I'll put that right here. We'll do cobbled deep slate. Speaking of food, I need to go eat. Have a good day. Well, have a good rest of your night, Star Strike. But yeah, called New Brunswick. Isn't Irving like basically the Google or Microsoft of Canada? Okay, this is the block I'm gonna use. Deep state tile slayer, deep slate. tile shades. Okay, yeah, so they're basically the super mega evil corp. Okay. LLC, of course, you know. Yeah, I don't know how that happens to happen, because that's horrible when that happens. I wonder what this looks like on the map. Oh, wow. Giant gray blob. Wait, so hold on. Wait, Trudeau is the CEO of Irving? Because, I mean, I'll be real. Trudeau is just a morally decrepit human being. Oh my. I am very certain my brother just solved a big problem. So one of the secret projects that I plan to be working with, well, it's not secret, but one of the projects I'm working on is basically making something that will allow us to make subtitles for oh, your premier is like a governor. Okay. Okay, so because there's the prime minister. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I know that there's like a significant difference in how your government's structured, but it's not like a clean line. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a straight line. Eventually I will make a legitimate sorting system, because like I wouldn't have random 4 pieces of iron somewhere. Let me toss that in there. See, like I got dirt. I need to make a dirt chest, because that's like one of the first things you have to make almost every time. Yeah, like nothing is 1-to-1. Okay. I think this can be raised another level. I don't want that stepped down. At least anymore. I think I had it like it was for a reason, but I don't like it anymore, so this is the way I'm gonna have it. And we'll kind of add more chests. This will be kind of like the storage cellar, if you will. Okay. So I think the next stage is we're gonna add on walls. I've kind of finished the layout stage. I think actually I'm gonna cut all this off. I don't like this bit because it's nasty. Yeah, no, I've only found one politician that I could even tolerate, and he was the sound guy at my previous church. And he wasn't really a politician at that time, but his dad was our governor for my state. So, in like the primary governor for the state for a long time. So, okay, I think we can work on getting walls up, which we're just going to use some cobblestone. Some stone of the cobbles. The cobblestones. I'll be real. I don't believe there is a single politician that is honorable to begin with. So, at least long term. I think that for your like first 1 to 2 terms, you can be a legitimately like good guy. I don't want you. Go away. But I don't think most can remain a good guy. Why is my stream quiet? It is quiet. That is weird. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Let me go into my audio settings on that. Thank you for letting me know. What do you mean by stream? My voice. My voice is quiet. So let's see here. So wavelink stream is mic aux. Okay, and that is that. So I did try to tweak my audio settings, and let me try something. Okay, this is me on voice mod. I don't know what it sounds like yet. We're gonna see. It's not doing the stupid pop thing. So this might be good. It might be better. How's it sound? Check, 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 check. Mic check. All right. Oh, yay. One of the things that I want to do is I need to go get a upwards compressor. Quiet still. I think it's more or less the music. Let me try turning down the music. So one of the interesting things I've learned being a sound tech as a church is sometimes why something is quiet is not because it itself is quiet, but because the things relative to it are loud, which is two different things. And that's super important to be able to tell. Oh, cool. Clay balls for emeralds or emeralds for bricks. That might be useful. You don't even hear music. Okay. So then do I need to turn this up? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to just turn the raw audio up then and see. I do actually want myself like 10. I want myself lower than y'all. Yeah, no, I have music in the background. I'll turn it up to see, this thing doesn't have a limiter. I need to get a limiter for this. I need to go find a limiter effect, which just is a Reaper plugin. I need to go get Reaper plugins for my Elgato stuff, because as much as I would like to, Elgato's individual ones are kind of terrible. I'm also not speaking as loud into the mic, so that could be like 10% of the problem, to be very honest with you. So, how does this sound now? Do y'all like it? Does it need more tweaks? Give me your feedback. I like the backs of feeds. Just as long as it's not in my audio, because then it sucks and hurts my ears. Is okay now? Okay. Yeah, good to know. I think I'm gonna get Reaper plugins, but still quiet. I don't think, because I'm pretty hot on my side. It doesn't show the stupid. I wish that the settings. No, I don't want to go to my stupid mixer settings, unless it's picking up something weird, which would be weird. I want to go to these settings. Can I? No, they don't show. Yeah, I need to go get my audio setup, because I think I need to go get Reaper plugins hooked up, because then I can use the upward compressor and the noise cancellation stuff a little bit better. I used to use that in OBS, and it'd be better to put here, because then it can also go to my Discord. Okay. What are you used for? Oh, you can make arrows. Nice. Orange dye. And a tablet to summon wildland. Focus of summoning. Thorns 3. Ooh. Pierce. Augment arrow pierce. Augment spells when used with an enchanter's bow. Interesting. Can be used to make water breathing. Interesting. So the cool thing about create, that is a good question. That's kind of why I wanted to have the mods meeting. It's just you and me in the chat right now. So that's one of the reasons I want to have the mods meeting is I want to start scheduling events to try things out, see if they work. Because there's some things that I'm not going to be sure if they make good content till after we try it. Why? Are y'all hearing an echo? Check. Check. It's like my headset is outputting a lot. I'm going to turn this down on my end. Oh, that's what y'all hear. Duh. Yeah, no, there's like a whole lot of things. Negative Light Media is one of the big things where like I want to be trying stuff out and I want to make a lot of tools as well. Like that's a huge thing with what I want to do. Is make allow. That's interesting. Is make as much as I can content-wise, but also make tools that help making that content a lot easier. Like, ooh, a source relay, which is a gem block, which is the source gems, which is lapis in the source thingy. Interesting. Okay. I'm currently working to get all this sorted out so that I'm not as chaotic, but I'm not seeing that happen anytime soon. Okay. Hello. But yeah, so so obviously you have the scene transcriber. You also have the chat analyzer plugin, which I genuinely want to try. Ooh. That'd be rancid. So, but obviously we also have the mods that I also want to work with. So it's like we had 100 things to do. I need to find more time in the day. I need to like make a clone and have it's in the clone to work so that I can actually get stuff done in life. Okay. I want to know where the pizzas are. I've actually eaten way too much pizza this week. Use ChatGPT and an Arduino. That is an interesting idea. I don't know if they... Well, in theory, if you made it to where like it was a console application, and then you used a bunch of OpenAI bits, but I would use something that you could like self-host, and I don't know that Arduino would be the best for that. I feel like you would have to use like an SBC to do that. So ironically, one of the things that I'm trying to do with the chat analyzer is make what I call viewer archetypes. So it's not one viewer, but it's kind of like, it's a representation of the different types of viewers that watch me, which might mean that, yeah, it's like one of them might be, just because of biases early on, pretty much smack dab one of y'all, like one of the viewers that shows up consistently every stream. And you're just an archetype yourself because you are in the data so much, right? But then what happens is I get bigger and we start having 10, 20 people. We start having 2 or 3 mods. We have all these things happening. And then what happens is now we have, 10 viewers. Or now instead of having 20 viewers, who are in the chat regularly, and 20 archetypes, we have 1 archetype or 2 archetypes or 3 archetypes of like, these are distinct types of people who watch your stream. And so these are the things that make them, clash against each other. And these are the things that they're all interested in. And these are the things that they're all against. And, it allows you to kind of see the complexity of all this. And I think that that's fun. I think it creates a whole bunch of like utility for a content creator, because I can kind of look at the collective mind. Although I naturally can kind of tell that, it's useful to like see things. Also, a part of the chat analyzer will be like gathering up y'all's questions and junk. This has steadily become more and more of a let's organize the system stream. I'm just chatting and did I just throw my shovel? I just threw my, never mind. I'm not gonna go get that. Shovel's 1 iron, I don't care. It's not worth going and fetching it. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't think that would be a good Arduino project, just because you don't want to really be using OpenAI off board, because you kind of need something real time. So I would use, I think that would be fine to use an LLM, but you'd have to have like 2 or 3 of them. One that's analyzing a video feed, right? Transcribing that into like a description, and then the description's provided to another LLM that reads it and kind of knows like, these are my actions. I can say these different commands. And then you probably want to like a parent AI that's controlling all of them. So yeah, it's like a lot of stuff. You could do it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how useful it would be, personally. This is becoming the dirt chest. Doo-dah. Doo-dah. Okay. My ranting? I mean, it is definitely ranting, but I'm not trying to be funny. But maybe I am? I don't know. I'm not trying to be. I just. This is stuff I like, okay? Can I like things? And like, I have like big ideas. Small brain, but big ideas. Where's all my cobblestone? Do I actually have to go mining for cobblestone? Should I go make a drill? Let's see what it would take to make a drill. In a piston. I can make that. So let's do piston. And I can definitely do that. Oh yeah, no. That is 120% worth it. Get that. Let's see here. We need that. We need that. Need that. I don't think I need anything in here. I need that. And I'll go ahead and take that for the sake of food. Hello. Zinc ingot will be useful. Okay, so to make the drill, I need one of those. And to make the piston, I need one of those. So I need 2 stripped logs, which means I need to make an axe. But yeah, so one of the things I want to work on is the mods, because right now they're lacking. I have not gotten to the point that I would like with them, which is annoying, but it is what it is. I mean, like, I can't really change that. The big thing is getting a basic mod built, and then after that, most of it's easy. You know, it's kind of like, you gotta get started to get started, and then once you're going, it's easy. So I need cobblestone blocks, and I need to make a drill, so I need andesite. That would be interesting. I believe they've actually done a test with that. They had to make it more... There's like a specific thing you had to do, but that would be something to try. I have thought about making like a AI mod that is a bit more detailed. Not detailed, but like it's an actual AI. And like what I was thinking is making a hunter mob, so it'd like hunt you down. But other ones work, of course. Actually, I can make. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna need probably 4 or 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No, that. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that should make what we need. Like the CIA. I'm not sure what you mean there. They will hunt you down because you're essentially making comment. Yeah. No, they wouldn't. There are other things they would be hunting you down for. And trust me, that is not something they're worried about. At least right now. Nobody's done anything exponentially stupid, so... Okay, now that we have that... so, for the drill... I think we have everything? Yes, awesome. Then we need to make the piston. And we need the sticky version. Which needs that guy. We're missing this guy. So make those. And then we will take and we'll craft this guy. And then I just need to find some slime balls. I made an aimbot for new Fallout New Vegas. Friend foe detection. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not. So that's the one thing that I think AI is super useful with, is kind of just the general detection side of classifying. Like, that's kind of a classic example. I like the knapsack problem type things where you're trying to like fit so many things into another thing. But yeah, one of the things that I am working on is using context files to accelerate GPT conversations. So basically, like, here's the context about this specific type of conversation. The one I'm usually doing is meal prep because I hate food. So it's one of those things where it just makes my life easier to do it with an AI tool, because then I'm not like having to put in that effort that I kind of wind up hating. What's the usages for this? I can compost it. I can make it into stews. See, but I don't have wabbit. But I can make bone broth and cabbage rolls. Cabbage rolls seem super simple. I could probably find something to cook. No. That will never be the case. I believe that, I will be real, that would actually be the first concern I have about AI. It's not AI turning against us. It's, we're too stupid to deal with AI, frankly. Most people are rather dumb. Chassis. That's what I need. Need a linear chassis. That... I can make 3 of them. And I can make a second drill. So I think that might be worth me doing, to be very honest. Yep. 3 of those. And then I think I can make at least 1 more drill. I am missing these guys. But those require 3, so I can make... That's super easy to do. Boom. 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 I mean, so here's the thing. Most people get lonely, and I think that ultimately what happens is if you were to make like AI girlfriends be more standard practice, like you're normal for having one, I feel like the danger with that is there are people who will throw their lives away for kind of just a bot. And the human species would just die out due to, you know, not actually making any more humans, if you get what I'm saying. If you pick up what I'm putting down. I need something. Cannot remember what that something is. Oh. This is why I wanted the ADHD cat. Because I find it funny. And it makes sense for the channel. But I can't find a green screen version of it for the life of me. Like, the one green screen site I know is... Yeah. It doesn't have it. So I have yet to have added it as a chat command. I need to come up with a couple more chat command ideas. I want like 5 or 6. Oi. It would be nice if YouTube would add the channel points thing that Twitch has. Like, that's a really cool feature that just would boost interaction a ton, and I think would boost their primary metric of satisfaction as well. I can't get no, whoa. Satisfaction. Okay. And this, a drills. What is life? What is love? What is fettuccine alfredo? Nobody knows. I said nobody knows. No, nobody knows. If you were cloned, would it have a soul? I think that's a complex question that requires a complex answer. So I do genuinely believe that clones would have a soul, because realistically, they're still a human, even though their body is a replicate, right? This being said, I think that kind of... I don't know that it's ethical to clone to begin with. Anyways, so it's kind of like, how do we deal with that first? You know, like, should we even clone people? Is, I think, the first question we should be asking. And I believe, no, not at all. I just realized that this might not work as anticipated. So we're going to hope that this does work. Okay. And then this guy right here. Yeah, like that's one of the use cases where I'm like, we shouldn't be doing that. Clones should still be counted as human. But we all know the US government would not do that. They would do the exact opposite. Mostly because they are dumber than a box of rocks. And like... Yes, I know that ultimately, like, clones would wind up becoming treated as second-class humans for a long period of time. And that will lead to many ethical and moral problems that I genuinely don't know that our world is ready to deal with. Wait. I didn't pick up a single thing of cobblestone. No. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so I gotta make this a legit contraption, which means I need to make slime. Darn it. But yeah, that's one of the many ethical quandaries that I think. I'll say this way. We haven't made a successful clone, really. Like we have, but when you look at it depends on what you define as success, and they specifically define success around like a really basic thing. We have not made a clone that can live a long and full life. Like even animals like Dolly, the sheep, did not live a long and full life. If a brain was transplanted into you, is it still you or is it theirs? That is one of several things that I ponder. I believe that we are both soul and flesh, so a part of you would be there, but not the full thing. And so, like, there's several moral quandaries in that, once again, if, we're welcome to explore, but it's one of those, are we even ready to deal with that problem? And I don't think our society is, because we can't even define the basics of what a human is at this point. Yeah. I really want to get my Lego set built. Oh. I got a notification from CurseForge. Oh. Let me look at this. Say Issa Allen? Who is that? Issa Allen. Who? I have never heard of this person. Who is Issa Allen? I feel like you are trying to mention someone else. I am so confused. Could you rephrase that real fast? Are you meaning a person named Issa Allen? Okay, I'm gonna get up on this roof real fast. Oh, is an alien. Okay, I'm like, what? I'm struggling to read this one, which is usually not a good sign. So is an alien an intelligent human being? I mean, the first question is a alien... Are aliens real? Which I think if we're going to go through the thought experiment, let's assume they are for just the sake of fun. And then the question is, are aliens intelligent human beings? So I believe, first off, if there are aliens, now I'm a creationist. I believe that God created the earth. So I would say that, yes, they are intelligent. They are effectively human. Whatever defines humanness would have to qualify what an alien is. And thus, yes, they would have rights. Because, so this is one of the things that I don't think people really get. Most people want to act like rights are given by a government. I believe the opposite. I believe that rights are given by God to the people, are given by God. Like, you are naturally born with these certain things, right? The right to own property, the right to defend yourself, the right to a fair trial, the right to let me think. Your right to a fair trial. My mind blanked. No, I don't like blanking of the mind. The right to a fair trial, the right to own property, the right to protect yourself. Is that all of them? There's a couple more. Or the right to worship. I believe that is another fundamental one. There's several fundamental, what I would say human rights, as is, and then there are kind of human as in the right thing to do, right? Like, don't go, if you're in a wartime, don't go attack a medical shelter. Like, that's morally reprehensible. Like, you are a terrible human being if you do it, kind of a thing. Darn it. Well, yeah, war crime. So war crime is when you break that. But it's like the rights of a POW and things like that. So it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing war crimes in general. And I think that, if we're talking about an alien species, I even think that something like that would exist for them. That is, if we assume that they came to us today, it would be the equivalent. And thus, they would have to have some way of knowing, and they would kind of try to figure that out. Is like, okay, if we were to interact with an alien species as humans, first things that I would say we would do is figure out how to identify, women and children, figure out how to identify civilian versus military, which is usually pretty easy. And then also figure out how to distinguish between regular facilities and medical facilities and things like that. Would the U.S. destroy them? I will be honest, as a precautionary act, I wouldn't be shocked. I would also kind of be like, no, it makes sense. We probably should. Defensively make it clear, no tachi. I don't think that if an alien were trying to reach out to us benevolently, I would think that they would have by now, kind of a thing. Like, there's too much going on. So if they did, yeah. If they have not reached out, then I would say they have either not found us or they are malevolent. And the probability of them having not found us and ever being able to reach us is almost zero. I love those. That is a valid question, the whole dark forest theory, right? That's not the dark forest theory. Oh my gosh. I'm getting my Fermi paradox bits backwards. Cannot remember it at the moment. I'm going to make sure I'm not playing anything copyrighted real fast. Okay, good. Oh, that's cool. Shows me what's playing in. Okay. We would argue what to do. Cause our own destruction. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I feel like humans are also so self-destructive. I don't know that we need to be worrying about these questions because we have bigger problems to deal with. I mean, the US alone is basically tearing itself apart. Yeah, that's valid. I mean, it could be that whatever, you know, whenever they contact a new species or whatever, they find that in general it's just not a good idea to reach out because they wind up becoming malignant, and thus would kill off the entire galaxy, which, you know, there's several layers there that I think are worth exploring. Like, America in and of itself has shown that we are not really capable of being a solid culture. Not for a long time. A society that kills each other. In what way? Because there's several ways. Like, if they're just killing to kill, then I would say that's too dangerous. There's no reason to do it. If they are killing as in warfare, then maybe. It would, again, depend on, like, how violent they are. And it's basically, like, it's more of a question of if it's even wise to bother. Oh, would I? Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't. That's valid. Like, I would look at it as those people are going to be a problem if we introduce them to the bigger world out here. So I'm just not gonna, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying now. That, once it went over my head, I just misunderstood what you were saying. I missed it. Yeah, where's my little twisty thing? Ah, there it is. I'm gonna get some more birch. Birch. But yeah, so like the whole like Fermi paradox and like what would we do if we interacted with aliens? I think that's a useful question, but I mean, I'll ask this: do you believe that it's worth it, given that we could be killing ourselves off in the next year with the war in Russia, for example? Like, the war in Russia is, I think, more likely to kill us off than anything else. Well, I mean, think about it this way, right? Vladimir Putin is, I think, only got at most like 10, 20 years before he is gone. And I mean, like, dead and gone. Bioweapons would be another thing. I mean, I would think that we probably have some kind of bioweapon that could kill off everything on the planet with ease. Like, not a question of if it could, but how long is it gonna take? I want to see how much can this actually cut down, because it would be nice to know. I mean, that's the thing. I do kind of theorize that that contagion. I'm going to be careful with how I say things now because YouTube's still kind of strict on this. If you don't agree with the official opinion. It wouldn't shock me if it was an actual bioweapon and if it wasn't a bioweapon leak, which is kind of the big reason why we shouldn't make bioweapons. Because if they leak, they're more dangerous to you than they are useful. I just love how I can kind of just tear down a whole entire facility. I feel like I can make a kind of cool machine using that. Okay. I need to make a way to plant all these and plant them fast. Okay, so I think I'm going to do every other block. Tear what down? But, yeah, so bioweapons are just something I don't think any government should attempt, because how to consider this. Bioweapons just don't make sense to attempt. And yeah. Psychological warfare makes a lot more sense than any other form of warfare, actually, because in all truth, psychological warfare, if done really well, does exactly what you want it to without killing anybody. The problem with psychological warfare is it also has just as much of a chance of turning into a really bad conflict. And mind you, I don't think there's any form of 4th gen warfare, which is what we're in, that does not start with an insurrectionist style psychological warfare. Truthfully, I think that we might be considered to have been in World War III since, like, I don't know, 2008. Like, oh no, I'm not talking like Cold War. I'm talking, this is actually like an actual war. It's just done really clandestine and isn't direct conflict, but kind of more of a conceptual war, which is what we've kind of moved into. I think we've been there for a while, personally. But I also think that most people don't want to think about it either. And I think it's because it's kind of scary to think about, and I don't blame you on that part, because it is not something that is a welcoming thought. It is not a comforting thought that our governments could be so ridiculously corrupt. Slowly. Yeah, no, we're not really slowly doing things. We are slowly, but it's like slowly setting up. But if you're watching how puzzle pieces are aligning, I mean, the US is like 48 hours from collapse. Is the person who you were talking about in the Discord, Nate, Hey Katu? Helix replied to him just a little bit ago. I received a reply on that. That was from like April 7th, a long time ago when they first posted. So I don't know if this is the person you were talking about in the Discord. But yeah, there's stuff with Soul Siphon. I am so looking forward to getting the mod template up so that we can get at least Forge Fabric covered, and then I want to add Neoforge and a couple other things so we can actually get like we can get full mod coverage. Eventually, I need to figure out how we can do a testing API as well, so that we can test all of our mods to kind of do quality control. Because that's one of the many things. I wonder if you can just use the built-in Java tests features. I mean, in theory, you don't have to be in even the Forge system to test your functions, as long as you know what the inputs are. I need to get food. Yeah, that would be interesting. I've kind of debated on making the bot channel basically like a kind of like a second channel where I just post stupid stuff. Maybe post the stream clips. I'm not sure. Stupid berries. April 27th. No. You mentioned this person earlier today about Soul Siphon. Remember? Got called out kind of a thing? You did? Oh. Interesting. Dude, YouTube's doing thumbnail analysis. So they like sent me a thing with thumbnail analysis on my thumbnails and actually can't find it. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, he's a person that's okay, yeah. You're right. Thumbnails, yeah, no, like the pictures that are for the stream. Those are thumbnails. Some might call them nail thumbs. I'm also gonna just go ahead and cut the rim. I don't know. Nail thumbs? What would a nail thumb be? If a thumbnail is like a little picture for like a front display. Okay, but like legitimately, given what a thumbnail is, that it's like a preview picture that's like on the top, what would a nail thumb be? What is the exact opposite of that? It'd be like an unrelated background image? Would a nail thumb, which must be the direct opposite of what a thumbnail is, would a nail thumb be a unrelated background image? You got me thinking. Oh, okay, so preview pictures the size of your thumb. So I guess the first thing is like... Oh, man. Okay, yeah, that's right. That is a factoid I knew at some point, I'm fairly certain. But wasn't important to really log. Oh, Helix hath poked me. You got me thinking about what a nail thumb would be. And now I'm just... My brain is trying to think through it. Wait, it would just be the content. It would be like the larger content. Okay, we need to make more planks. They need to make a wood version of the stone cutter. Why do we not have that? Allow for so many new crafting recipes. I now have a cursed image of a thumb made out of nail clippings. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm gonna pull up. I don't have a good AI art generator. I don't have Midjourney. I don't know anybody who has Midjourney. I have the Bing AI art generator. That's what I'll do. Bing art generator. Image creator. There we go. Nail thumb. Okay. It is. Yeah, no, I'll have to ask Ernest because his stuff, he knows how to make that. I'll share this in my Discord. It's just thumbs. Nail thumb. Nail thumb. That is the opposite of a thumb nail. No, wait, we'll do nail thumb. That's what we'll do. No, I'm not going to do the thumb made out of nail clippings yet. I got like 100 tokens to use, so we can do some fun things. Still just thumbs. Okay. So, thumb made out of nail clippings. Let's see what this looks like. It might block the prompt, FYI. Because this one's prompting is, like, really easy to, like, scare for some reason. I mean, that's not too bad. That's actually a really good hand. I'm going to share this on the Discord in media. So make sure to join it. Okay, I am pasting it. There we go. That's one of them. That's kind of the most... Well, this is probably the most cursed. What does the customize button do? Oh, that's just taking you to their designer project. Shut up. I don't care about you. Can you close this stupid tab? Control W? Thank you. Control W. Let's do... So you are cursed. We're gonna see how this turns out if I add the term cursed. Now, mind you, again, Bing AI's art generation is like super easy for it to think. That what you're doing is like completely wrong. So it's now considering like we'll do Okay, we're gonna try toe and fingernail clippings. We'll try this. I am trying so many different ways of trying to make a cursed thumb made out of nail clippings. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are weird. I don't really want to swap the stream window because this is a tool that I've used to generate a bunch of art, and it's associated with my personal email. So, and it doesn't allow you to hide it. It's dumb. I don't have a good one. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Made. We're going to try adding completely to it. So now the prompt is completely made out of prompt. This is our, so I've just posted the prompt. So we're prompting Bing AI with thumb made it completely out of toe and fingernail clippings, cursed. This is because we've been talking about what a nail thumb would be as opposed to a thumbnail. And some of these are just like, it gets a thumb. You can tell there's a thumb there. And then like it ranges from like shells to actually like a conglomeration of like finger, like gross finger and toenails. Like, let's do realistic. Let's see here. Black background. Let me think. What's some other things I can add to optimize this? Detailed hands. We'll try that and see what happens. Now, I do know that there are other people who are really good with Midjourney and other things. I'm not an expert in the AI art stuff. But I can kind of get close enough that somebody can get a, oh my gosh, can get kind of close. Okay. I think I made the last one we're going to try. But y'all are welcome to give that a shot at another time. Yeah. Let's just say that is some weird stuff. Like the third. Oh, that's like, there's some of them that were weirder, to be very honest. I was not trying to show the weirdest ones. I was trying to show the like ones that actually fit the prompt well. But some of those systems don't necessarily associate the prompt well. What the heck? That's the Grinch. Oh, dude. I guarantee you can make something worse in, like, Midjourney. Or one of the other ones. Oh! The finger guys from Spy Kids! Helix has a valid point. He needs to get in the stream. If you're in my Discord, at Helix, tell him to get in the stream. I feel like it would be fun to chat. I really am hoping to get more stuff. We've been working on like the nail thumbs. for I feel like 20 minutes now, and it is the weirdest conversation I think we've had on this stream. But it is honestly just one of those things like, what is a nail thumb? If a thumbnail is a small image around the size of a thumb, then I guess the direct inverse would be Ernest is busy right now. I know he's at like an event. So I think, but he is definitely the person who had asked to like, hey, if you have a minute, him or Star. If Star sees this, he could make something cool. He does a lot of stuff with AI art. As a matter of fact, the World Explorers podcast, which is something him and another friend do, Moon. They do that, and apparently most of their art is actually AI generated. From him, because like the most of their stuff is just stills that they use for like 5 seconds. Ernest is now like, what the heck is going on? He's gonna need to pop in the stream just for an explanation or something. Hey. The nail thumb is a concept that no one will know, for it is evil, diabolical, and possibly fettuccine Alfredo. Because fettuccine Alfredo, it is tasty. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Bro, what's up? Bruh. Bruh. The hand thing will get toe fungus. I'm fairly certain some of those already have toe fungus. Okay? It's going to get it. It has it. It is like thoroughly infected. And there is nothing that anyone can do about it at this point. Where's my wand? Wait, where's my wand? Snap. I think I lost my wand. Luckily, it comes back if I die, but... Nail thumbs. What is a nail thumb? It is just so weird. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open up ChatGPT. I'm gonna go to number 4. Code interpreter. I can't show this chat because it's got other PPI. So, if a thumbnail is a small image about the size of your thumb, what would a nail thumb be? I'm not showing this chat, but I have ChatGPT 4 up. So the nail thumb would be something opposite the thumb nail. Thumbnail in the same context. What would that be? I'm trying to get ChatGPT to create a definition. So, okay, the opposite of a thumbnail might be a full-size image or a high-resolution image. Given the playful nature of the term nail thumb, the opposite might be something like wallpaper or billboard. indicating a much larger representation of the image. Again, this would be a playful or colloquial way of referring to image size. In such terms would be necessary to explain. I would like you to expound on this concept of what a nail thumb might be. Okay, I'm trying to get it to kind of come up with like more thorough ideas. Literal interpretation. If you're thinking of a literal thumbnail as a small, would be a large representation of an image. This would be a poster or mural or even a billboard. Figurative representation is a digital, refers to the preview of a larger image or content. If nail thumb is the opposite, it would signify the main content itself. So while a thumbnail gives you a glimpse or a teaser, the nail thumb provides the full story or the detailed view. So it might be like a video like expansion or like a review. Spy Kids was a good movie. I am now responding to a chat in my Discord, y'all. Okay. Playful terminology, just as thumbnail has become everyone recognizes. Nail thumb could become a term used to specify circles or platforms to indicate the main content or detailed view. Over time, with consistent use, it could gain a wider audience. We need to make nail thumbs a thing, okay? If you go and you like expound on a video, right? You like debunk a video. You're not making a debunking video. You're making a debunking nail thumb. Debunking nail thumbs. That is what we got to do. That is what we've got to do. I am sending this output to y'all. We must make nail thumbs a thing. We must do it, people. Nail thumbs. Oh, man. We've got to do it now. If I ever, like, expound on a video or something, I'm going to have to call it a nail thumb now. We need to remember this, and we need to start making nail thumbs. I should make a video on this. Just a really bad video. It's like, this is a nail thumb on nail thumbs. What exactly is a nail thumb? A nail thumb is the opposite of a thumbnail, which a thumbnail is just a preview image of a much smaller piece of content. That would be hilarious. I find this hilarious. And I will have to laugh about 100 times. I feel like... Oh my gosh. We gotta get like someone like CPG Grey or something on this. Who like can just expound on this ridiculous idea. I find it hilarious though. Like, there is legitimately, and this is one of the weird use cases for AI too, because it's like, what would this be? I don't know what a nail thumb is, but I want it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. I need to now get cobblestone for my walls. I'm almost there with the base, actually. That's crazy. Oh man, this is hilarious. I'm gonna have to script a video on nail thumbs and make a video about nail thumbs. Just weird, peculiar video, unrelated to all my actually it fits in the negative thoughts category. Hello, JC. You have come in at the weirdest time of the stream. Oh. So we have been pondering what, given that a thumbnail is a small preview image, colloquially, then what would what a thumbnail is a small preview image. This is weird for us, for my normal content, okay? I think this is weirder than normal. Like, I think this is weird. I think it's legitimately weird. So if that is a thumbnail, then what would a nail thumb be? And so I think I'm gonna have to make a video on nail thumbs. And maybe get like a couple other more skilled people in language to kind of help me out. I feel like this would be hilarious. Like make a 20-minute video on nail thumbs. Just post it. It'll be hilarious. And see what happens. This would be a good like me make one. And then, like, get Star to make it and try to make this a legitimate thing. We should do it. Like, just get a bunch of people to start using the word nail thumb like it's a normal word. Gaslight the world into making it a thing. Is it evil? Yes! Is it hilarious? Definitely. Like, why wouldn't it be? Oh, man. Why not? Why not gas the entire planet? It'll be called the Mandela effect and all that, you know, just make everybody think that the rest of the world is insane and then steadily like bring people to the point that they question their own sanity and we're all good, you know? I don't care about making crap. I just want this to be a thing. Nail thumbs. It's basically just explainer videos. Like expanding on the idea. Or being the main content. So like, imagine thumbnails. Zoom in capabilities to appreciate finer details. That is just hilarious. I feel like Helix is trying to listen in on the stream based on what he's just said in media. Oh, how are you doing, JC? FYI, I didn't ask. Just curious, checking in. We need to get this over to where all the other seeds are. Nail thumb sounds like an American. Shush. No, we're not bringing that in here. Those are not welcome here. Bruh. Brukowski. Yeah, usually if you're doing a job like that, it's Saturday mornings are going to be busy. But I think it'll be worth it. If you're doing, given what you're doing, I don't think it'll be too bad because what you're doing is typically pretty steady. Yeah, I'm doing better. Whatever stomach issue I was having, I'm very certain I had food poisoning Wednesday. So, it's just annoying because like I get into a rhythm and then I get sick. And it's annoying as mess. Yeah, no, that was... It was mild. It was not terrible. But it was like enough to be like, I need to stop. Like, I gotta slow down. Holy cow. You know? Like when you're on that verge of sick where it's like, I could do things. But if I do, I'm going to make things worse. So I'm just going to stop for a little bit and see if that helps. Honestly, I'm not sure if it did, because I still went to work and junk. And then andesite. Okay, I'm going to equip this with andesite alloy. And then I'm going to convert that to some of those guys. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make a bunch because I'm going to use it. But yeah, that, yeah. Mass design, I just, oh man. I'm going to write a script optimized for a YouTube audience in bulleted form that could present what a nail thumb is. Use rhyming and humor. Explain Satanism? So to my understanding, Satanism is it's kind of a quasi-atheism thing. It's not really the direct worship of Satan, but more of a worship of the self. Is kind of what I have heard from those that supposedly practice it, but some do believe in like conjuring devils and demons, and they're very frequently shown. It's really like being as anti-Christian as possible, and that could be the primary case. Now I'm a Christian. I'll be honest, I have not dove like knee deep into Satanism as far as like what it is, how it works, all that, because I kind of don't care too much. But you know, I don't know. Okay, there we go. We got a bunch of these, so now we can go mining. Well, so the first thing is they are trying to spike the church. That's one thing. That's one perspective that I have. Number two is they probably are more centralized. Number three is that most Christians don't actually give through their church, but rather give to their church to do things. So not as much gets counted while they are going to try to make a public show. Like, I, as a Christian, if my church says, hey, we're going to support this organization, am I going to give through my church? No, I'm going to give directly myself as, you know, person with my real name. You know, like, this is who I am. Okay, I'm gonna try to mine out some of this. So, yeah, like the Christian faith, right? I believe, you know, don't let your right hand see what the left hand is doing, kind of a thing. So, I don't really want the world to know everything that I'm giving and doing. Ego. Trying to quote unquote spite God. Like, there's several reasons why. Maybe some that are logical even. I don't necessarily I don't really fully get it. I don't think I can. Do I think that's a worthwhile thing as a Christian to maybe have that conversation? Probably. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is like, there's a lot more that people don't consider about what Christians should do and how we are doing and how we do it, but, you know. Okay, have a good night, JC. I hope that you enjoy your work shift. Let me know how it goes tomorrow. As a note, we are playing Goose Goose Duck tomorrow. So if you would like to join in the fun, please do. I would greatly enjoy having more people there. If you can't join, that's also perfectly reasonable. You do have a life, and you probably should live it. I'm going to pull this back because it's almost night, so I need to get home. Ooh. I only got 7? Bruh. I could have mined that faster. I need to get a water wheel. Interesting. Isn't he the one that we had to ban for threats? Am I correct in saying that? Koyoi. Yeah. Thought we had a ban on him. That doesn't shock me with a lot of people. Yep. Okay. I thought that was the one. And that is kind of a disgusting personality to have. To be very honest, there are some people who are Satanists just to be edgy too. Just like there are a lot of Christians, people who are Christians just to fit in. I believe both cases are wrong, personally. If you want to be a Satanist, I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't. I'm not going to say that it's a good decision, but I'm going to make a water wheel for this because I don't want to be pushing this all the time. Oh no, it's outright evil. No, I agree. It is evil, but I also know that I'm not going to convince you to not do it as a Christian because, or at least I don't believe I can in my own power. I believe that, you know, if you're even considering it, you've probably gotten to the point that you're going to have to hit rock bottom, and I am not the person to help you get there. No, I would never. If someone was asking me, should they become a Satanist, I would say no. But I think that's obvious. Like, you know, if you're coming to ask me if you should become a Satanist, you know the answer. If you don't know the answer as a Christian, if you don't know the answer, then I have failed you by not really presenting the gospel fully. I have failed you by not presenting who I am in fullness. I'm asking you to explain. Yeah, no. I'll be honest, I have not dug as deeply as maybe I should in on it. But basically, it is a belief. I'm also rambling, so if I contradict myself, it's probably because this is the first time I've been confronted with this topic. So I have to be collecting my thoughts while this conversation is going. So Satanism is, to my knowledge, it seems like it has several factions in reality. But the Church of Satan is effectively a somewhat theistic group of either pagans or other religious associations that are mostly focused on being against Christians. Is kind of what their main focus seems to be. It is not really anything else. It's not like we are for X. It's just we are against Y. Hey, Macarena. This is slow. Let's see let's see if this works. Can't break that block. I mean, it's going though. If I can get enough iron, I should make a third one so I can make it 3 tall. And then I can just make boreholes everywhere. Because I like boreholes. Whoa. Oh. Oh no. There's all my blocks. That's what it seems to me. Again, I have not had a real conversation with a Satanist before. So I'm kind of the thought, like, I probably don't know as well what they believe. Like, I believe it's kind of unfair to just assume what people believe in general, even if I am not in agreement with what they believe. This is one of many things that I learned from a Muslim, actually, that converted to Christianity. Back at my church, she had to leave because of like family stuff, so she had to move to, I believe, New York. So I should be seeing. I think this is long enough for this to actually poke out the other side of the mountain. Lol. Lol, 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 lol. But yeah, that's kind of my I'm gonna say belief of what they believe. I'm not gonna say my knowledge. Because I kind of think, and they probably have some kind of catechism. Actually, let's see here. What do Satanists believe? Because I think that's important. Oh wow, CNN has a thing. 5 things. Okay. Yeah, so so there's some claims that they basically don't have any like church buildings or anything, which I can tell you 90%. Yeah, no, the CNN is not necessarily an accurate news source. I would trust fully AI written stuff before I trust CNN. Ooh, that seems like a fun video. Oh wait, that's not the other side. Come on. One more good push. I think it's destroying my items, so I'm gonna have to add, I'm gonna have to find slime. Oh yeah, CNN is most definitely a, yeah. But yeah, so it seems like Satanism kind of has multiple definitions in general. So I'm not confident that it's one of those things that there's probably multiple sects of it. I've been going to bed at like 10:30 every day since I was 16, and I just realized I don't have to. Dude, I had the same problem. Up until recently. Dude, you have missed the most hilarious conversation about nail thumbs. And I am not joking. That was a legitimate conversation we have had during the stream. You'll have to check the Discord. if you are in it. It is hilarious. I am probably going to record a video this weekend because I found it too funny. So basically a nail thumb, well, at first we were like, okay, well, what's a literal nail thumb? So instead of a thumbnail like the one on your finger. And so we thought of a thumb made out of nail clippings, which we then used a bunch of AI image. We used an AI image generator to create that. Okay. So can I? There we go. And then we kind of went to the more conceptual version of it, which is what a nail thumb would be in the sense of what a thumbnail is, which on like YouTube and stuff is that little preview image. And it's basically like the concept of like a expansion on the content and not just like it's like a deep dive. Oh, you completed your setup. Awesome. I don't know that my setup will ever be done. I'm gonna be real. I need to rotate this. I realized I was watching a Voidstar Labs video, his latest one. I was kind of like felt called out because I'm like, I don't finish any of my projects. Yeah, no, he mentioned he was getting married 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I think it was just before the move. I want to say. Yeah. So awesome. Yeah, see, I pay attention to a lot of things. But yeah, like I felt called out by that because I'm not super effective at finishing all my projects, which y'all can tell by like the 300 of them. Happy wife, you live another day and you don't get to sleep and you can sleep on the bed. Look, just because I've never been married doesn't mean that I don't know people who have been. Why am I not? I'm gonna be honest, the Ray is objectively better. I feel like most of that was from the Ray. Thanks for ruining. How did I ruin it? What did I do? This is tedious. The nail thumb? The nail thumb. Dude. You're never gonna forget it, and I want to make it an actual thing, though. Like, I'm not doing React videos. I'm doing a nail thumb. Like, I want to try to make it a thing. Like, not a deep dive. It's a nail thumb. And people are just gonna be... I feel like this is just a perfect, hilarious video to post because it's kind of the type of stuff I think about. Oh my gosh, this poll is so long. You don't have that quote. What? Okay, what quote are you talking about? Because I thought you were talking about nail thumbs. I'm confused now. Is this a happy wife, happy life? Or the nail thumb thing? Thumbs made out of... A thumb made out of nail clippings. Can somebody... If anybody has a way of modeling that in Blender and can 3D print that, I will greatly appreciate it. Oh, happy wife, great life. No, it's happy wife, happy life is the actual statement typically. I'm like, happy wife, you probably won't be sleeping on the couch tonight. But, oh, this has been a great stream. This has been hilarious and interesting. Oh, that, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you know, we're going to get a little deep, I guess. You know, I saw my parents get divorced when I turned 18. Like, literally, everything was pretty much finalized as in reality as my dad left day after I graduated from college. Or high school, sorry. College was last year. That was 2018. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I know that maintaining your marriage is one of the most difficult and most important things I think anyone can do. You know, I don't hide that I'm a Christian, and thus I will also say I am not huge on the concept of divorce. We're going to pop over to just chatting. That's the switch. Just chatting. There we go. He at least wanted you to grow up with a father. Not really. Not really. He kind of just got fed up with a series of things that had happened throughout life. And truthfully, I think what it was he was a veteran and he was put on a pain medication called gabapentin. If you are ever offered gabapentin, if it is gabapentin or you will die, my advice is don't take the gabapentin. It is, I believe that it wrecked my father. In a very terrible manner. Why is that guy? Yes, I want to remove that. Okay. Back to the chatting. So, but my father was very neglectful. He was not very good, which is why I don't know. Yeah, no, those drugs are things that I don't suggest. My father, basically gabapentin is, I'm going to shut this door because it doesn't look as good. But interesting. It must automatically block them and not notify me? Question mark? Maybe I need to swap live chat? Okay. Weird. But gabapentin is also a psychedelic and like it's used to treat psychological things, but it's been removed from market. Like it was that bad. I don't even think you can get it anymore. Hey, Gaming with John. Welcome. You kind of just popped in when we were getting to the, I'm going to say deeper side. Holy cow, does that not look good when we are in just chatting? But welcome. You are welcome here. We are going to be playing Goose Goose Duck, FYI, everybody, tomorrow. I believe that's what we have scheduled. Let me go check. I already have the stream punched in. Yep. You know what? We'll go ahead and make it public too. Boosh. Publish. And it should at y'all in just a moment in YouTube uploads on my Discord if you would like to check that out. Oh man, you're sick? I'm very sorry to hear that. I hope you can feel better. Oh, you have COVID? Yeah, so that one's weird. I'm not sure what to say on that. I also have to be careful because YouTube is kind of that. You had that a few weeks ago, just kind of... Yeah, I had like some weird stomach bug this last week. I don't know what caused it, but it was annoying. But yeah, so when it comes to like my life, like with my father, it's one of the things that it's like, yeah, it's definitely a scar. One of many things that I'm trying to avoid and learn and grow out of. So I have literally, so my mother had it. And me and my sister were in the same house with her for 2 weeks. We could not leave the house. Me and my sister never got it. It was weird. And mind you, like I do have a little bit better of an immune system, but we got tested 3 to 4 times during that period. Just to be sure, mostly because we couldn't. That is a good question. I don't know why that did not shout out. Okay, have a wonderful rest of your night. We're going to be wrapping up here shortly. You kind of came in just in time. I do hope you feel better. If you want to tune in, we'll be starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah.
I never had a father, was a dad.
Why did it take like 5 minutes for that to happen? Yeah, no, that's one of the things. My job doesn't provide those, is the thing. Anymore. Which is weird. But, with them talking about bringing restrictions back, it's going to get weird. I don't think anybody's going to fall through with it. I think most of us kind of see through it at this point. Oh, no, they are not cheap. I think they're like $120 to $130 a pop at minimum. So, and mind you, I have not checked prices recently. That was probably 2021 that I'm thinking of. Have you played the create mod? Yes. Literally, we were just playing with the create mod like 10 seconds ago. We started just chatting because we were starting to get to the deep bit, and I'm kind of winding down for the night. Even though it looks like I'm a crazed squirrel talking about nail thumbs. I wouldn't know. Personally, I'm not huge on eBay. Like, when you said something, that got me introspecting actually last week. I'm like, I just like eBay because of my father. Because my father was addicted to it and he was a hoarder. And that was one of many things that's just, it has a bad taste in my mouth. Not reasonably. But now I am like doubly cautious on eBay too because they're scumbags who sell trash and act like it's good. But, you know, it's one of those things that I don't know. I do think that when it comes to, yeah, one of the things that I'll say is that when you see something like that, you should deal with it because like, one of the things that me, my brother, and my sister are trying to do is break like generational issues. Why would you do that? That is not a place to do that. And most cities have a pregnancy center or a hospital, and those are provided for free or fairly cheap. Like, yeah, like pregnancy centers, hospitals, usually those are like, you should not have to pay for that, especially if you're in a crisis situation. Like, I know, because I'm connected to 1 or 2 of the pregnancy centers in the area, not deeply, but like enough to be aware of like how processes and stuff work. Like, they provide that stuff. Now, mind you, a lot of the stuff out there prevents them from advertising that they offer those services. So I can't blame people for not knowing, though. That would be one of the problems, too. Like, why would you buy something off eBay that's a test? Because those can be contaminated. And you would never know. Like, there's no chain of custody. Yeah, you can make a prank item. I'm certain there would be a way to make fake ones that are just like water reactive and always test positive. I'm certain you could do that. If you knew the right little bits of chemistry, awesome. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I believe that we can kind of heal this stuff. The Lyme disease vaccine? First off, probably shouldn't break your NDA. Second off, if you're going to break your NDA, don't admit that you're thinking about breaking your NDA. Third off, I did not know they had developed a Lyme disease vaccine. I might want to look into it because I was bit by a tick and I'm still not in my clear window. Lyme disease vaccine. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those. You might want to. You might want to be careful. You might want to be careful. For legal reasons, do not break your NDA. It is highly, highly ill-advised. Do not break your NDA. Just remove. Yeah, no. I'm hoping that was a joke post, and I'm assuming it was. That's kind of where we're at with that one. Because yeah. No, I know exactly what it said, so I did check in on some things real fast, and no, I have the actual message. Oh yeah, that's right. I read it out loud. That's in the thing. I am certain you will probably not get in any trouble. Because you probably haven't like actually broken anything. But shh. I'm a small-time streamer. Nobody's gonna know. I am teeny tiny. I have been treating my beard with beard oil, and so it is so soft. I like it. It is fun. It is nice. But yeah. I do hope that y'all have kind of enjoyed tonight's stream, though. It's grown slowly. Not every stream. It's slow. If I get canceled on X for this, I'll be like, what the heck? I just told somebody to just not break their NDA. That's all I did. I've said worse. That will be the last thing that gets pulled onto X. Okay, let's be real. I've talked about homosexuality as a Christian. I think I've talked about transgenderism as a Christian. I've talked about several other things as a Christian. And trust me, there's another thing coming up where there will be a lot more that X will try to get me canceled. And they'll fail. Wait. Did that actually... I don't know that went through on the stream, actually. Yeah. But I believe that there's a lot we can do. Cool. I think that that the streams are growing, yes, like very slow and steady. I kind of like that though, because like, you know, like we've got two y'all in here, and I actually know y'all fairly well. Like, you know, Vip Bimmer, I don't know you as well. but I know you somewhat. And then Nate, I know you pretty well. And like, you know, we got Gaming with John, and I know a little bit about him. He likes Linux. That's how he came to find out about the channel, because he was talking about Linux on Hypixel. And I was like, oh yeah, like I like Linux, and this is like the things. And, you know, I want us to have a Linux box, and I've got my like little Raspberry Pi 400 that I still haven't hooked up all the way, because I got to get a monitor for it. And I got my other Pi 4 over there. What sounds cringe? So weird, the delay on that. Yeah, no, that was like, it was a weird conversation, okay? It was like an OS debate in the Hypixel lobby, and I'm like, I shouldn't slide into this topic, because as a programmer, I know that this is a very divisive discussion. I have that on voice mod, and voice mod's locked right now. So, but yeah, like it was just one of those things where I was like, I probably should chime in. Then I chimed in, because like every developer talking about OSs, I have to at least roast Apple, because it's the law, you know? It's the law. No, that's not how it has voice scopes. Darn it. Now I gotta go find that clip again and listen to it like 10 times so I can get in my head. You know? FBI, open up! I can actually learn impressions pretty well. I'll have the Stitch and the precious Golem. macOS is a clone of Linux, just paid. Yeah, it is Unix based, technically not Linux, but they made it as close to Linux as they can. You know, it's one of those things where I'm like, two one way, half dozen the other. I think that Linux has become more of an idea than a real branch of things, which is kind of weird to say. Because, like, technically you have GNU Linux, which is like the whole Debian stuff. Then you have Red Hat Linux, which just don't use it anymore. I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. So. But I tried, man. I don't care for it. I tried it out enough to know I don't like it. I like Pop! OS the most as a like daily driver. Now, mind you, because I know Prism works, if I were to just do Minecraft, I might be able to yeah. You don't pay, you pay per thread. What the heck? Actually, that kind of makes sense. Thinking about, for some pieces of software, it actually makes more sense to charge that way. Because, like, if I'm doing a data center, it's better for me to charge per thread, because I will put this one thing on 10 threads, and that's it. I only need 10 threads. So I can kind of see that, I guess. Oh yeah, no, like I personally am against Oracle. I believe Oracle is kind of the villain. Still. I believe Red Hat, you know. But yeah, like I can see the reasoning behind it, especially if you're doing more of a server dedicated software. Because that seems to be, the more I look into servers, and I'm not a server expert, but yeah. Well, yeah, that is true. I really do wish Well, that is also valid. You do get more money, but it's also like, that's an actual, yeah. I don't typically use, here's my advice when it comes to Java. If you're wanting to learn some basic programming, Java is pretty okay, but I would suggest Python over Java. I don't think they would have. C++ is a very verbose language that is very foreboding, and you do not think about the fact that most that Notch and stuff were not the best of developers. And I think there would have been a lot worse bugs and Minecraft wouldn't have taken off like it did if it wasn't on Java. Mind you, I don't believe that Java is the best language, especially anymore. There are objectively better languages. Yeah, like there's several problems with how Bedrock works. And I think that some of it is inherently precision, memory allocation, things like that in C++. It's too low to the ground for good game development, in my opinion. It forces you to look at the nitty-gritty too much, which causes problems. Now, the other issue with Bedrock is it's being designed to work on every single platform all the time. And I think that reduces your update cycle too much. So, I mean, yeah, you can do that. But again, I work in C++ every day. And I personally would not write a large game in C++ unless there was actually good libraries behind it and good library management. Yeah, like you can do it, and I'm not saying you can't. You can, like that, yes. So, same with Rust. Same with a bunch of other things. Like, there's a level where, yeah, some of that is because they turned off Java's garbage collector, which, mind you, that's kind of standard at this point. And then they did poor memory management. I can tell you from what I have explored in the code, if the Java code was optimized, it would run fairly close to C. Yeah, it would be slightly slower. But it wouldn't be 9x. It would probably be like 2x. Which, yes, is still a pretty big diff. But, you know, again, you're talking about someone who Notch was not an expert developer who made this game. He was a creative. I honestly don't know. I don't know why people don't. I don't know why Mojang hasn't really dove in deep. I believe, with them making the mug, they should make a modding API. Have they? No. Will they? Probably not. And frankly, if they do, I ain't touching it. Because at this point, they've proven that they should not be trusted with that type of thing. Yeah, they should. I mean, that's some of what Fabric, namely Fabric, does. Yeah, Bedrock's modding API is... Bedrock as a whole, is just bad. Bedrock modding is solely designed to get people to buy things with Minecoins. It is effectively converting Minecraft into a Roblox clone, which is horrible, right? And the other thing that I would say when it comes to C is I don't really know that it would make good for modding or scripting, because what would have happened was they would have gone with something like Lua, which is kind of the standard for that thing, but Lua is not a good language. Yeah, if you could actually do that, because I think that a lot of modders would bring in absolute parity with Java. Oh, Lua is, from my experience, slightly, well, it's on par with Python as far as speed. But from what I understand, Python 3.12, I believe, is about to bring some stuff. Yeah, like Lua is, mind you, like I've seen some really cool stuff on Computercraft Tweaked that people have done with Lua, but I have tried doing that. That's actually where my hate from Lua comes out of, is working with Computercraft and Computercraft Tweaked, because they're two different mods, same thing. I've tried Lua. The docs are worse than C and C++, which is one of my issues with C and C++. The docs are horrible. Well, they've gotten better in the last like 3-4 years. The docs are bad. The terminology is completely different. I feel like it's easiest to learn if you are 100% new. I would say Python is closer, in my opinion. Like I don't know. The other thing is, like, there's a lot of programming terminology that gets jumbled around. That's what was causing issues with me in Lua, is I could not get the terms straight because things were completely changed. Yeah, it is fast and like it's efficient at what it does. I would say it's like Fortran. It is a good language. It was a good language for its time, but it's time for it to retire. Kind of a thing. Like I'll even say like VB. Well, no, VB was not good. Ever. 0 to today. But there are other languages. Ada. Ada is a good example of a language that was good for its time, but it didn't really change and alter. That's one of the things I will highlight with C++. If they make a couple upgrades and basically remove the user a little bit from the super low level, making it so you're not having to be on that bottom floor, I think that it will be good, because a lot of developers never need to go to the bottom floor unless it's for extreme optimization. And then at that point, you put that in a package, right? A package right above. So you have your bottom floor, then you have a set of packages, and then you have your top floor. And you just keep on going into the bottom floor to do something. Well, now what happens is you see, oh, well, that's something we're doing all the time. Let's make a package for that. Now, you know, you've added that kind of upper layer above the bottom floor of memory management and stuff. The first language you taught yourself, I would assume, is Lua, based on how you're talking. Like, I mean, I'm not denying that Lua might be, it was not. No, the way he's talking, I don't think it would have been Python. Please tell me x86 assembly. I would not have ever suggested that to anybody. But yeah, like, and that's the annoying thing, is that my school didn't actually teach x86. They taught MIPS, which is annoying because you can't use MIPS all that much anymore. You can, but like outside of a couple things, it's not useful. And if you're, you know, I'm of the opinion, if you're having to write something in assembly, it should be something very small and very like down to the board, you know, down to the metal level of actually needing to do stuff. If you're not needing to go that deep, I don't see any reason in you're spending more time than you're saving. Yeah, like Lua is one of those languages. I'm just pulling up the ref manual. Yeah, like I'm not denying you can do a lot with it. No, yeah. Yeah, see, that was a problem with Lua, was a lot of, like, how things are written, how things are, the formatting, are so different from every other language I've played with. I had to literally pull it up to actually look back through this. And it's like, it's just so different from every other language that if you're going down to Lua, it's just miserable. Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah. I think it's, if you've learned another language, don't step back to Lua. If you started on Lua, that's fine, but I don't think it's like, go to Lua, then you can go like Lua, Python, C. I believe every programmer should at least develop some in C. Like, or C++ at least. I've found very rare use cases for just raw C outside of like low to the board programming. Game that John joined. I thought I replied to that. Oh, I did. So I am replying to someone. Matplot, lib, and Seaborn. C sharp, I think it would. One moment. Work, yes. Work in C sharp. Honestly. Making an OS, reply. Yeah, so making an OS, I'd like to at least give it a shot at some point. No, actually. So I know in the more corporate world, it's actually used for a lot of server-side stuff. Effectively, everything Java used to do for server stuff, at least a governmental level, I'll say on the government side, you use that. No, I find it much easier and smoother to work with when it comes to C++. I was able to build a full plugin based operation using that, and using that. Yeah, like I think every language has a use case, and there's a time to use C++. There's a time to even use C. 9 times out of 10, you wind up using C++ just because it has some utility items for you. Compared to C, but there's specific times where you need like raw C. There's times where you need stuff like C sharp, where you have a more object-oriented program. I think it is literally a 4+, actually. No, I don't believe, unless you are literally like bare bones metal, you have to do something for optimization in a data center where you're doing it a 250,000,000,000 times, and that microsecond, picosecond that you're saving is actually worth it. Theoretically, yes, but I would bet that they're going to try to, that somebody is going to port that Roller Coaster Tycoon to a higher level language at some point, because it's just not worth it. And you can reverse all of that all the way up. I'm in a chat with somebody about making a data analyzer for stream stuff, and I might be making it 100% in C# actually. And that's the thing too, like StreamerBot is built using C#. A lot of Windows related like libraries and stuff are easier to use in C# than in C++. Yeah, it's written in base assembly. It's not, yeah, or not base assembly. It's not written in x86. So, if I'm not mistaken, Roller Coaster Tycoon was kind of a really early game, so there wasn't much out there, so I think they kind of had no choice. What happens is game devs do stuff the hard way, and then they go back and find ways to do it easier. Good, bad, and different. Fettuccine Alfredo. I don't know. You know? It is two one way, half dozen other. Oh no, I don't. I kind of already committed to never using Unity again. 2019, 2020. Yeah, like. Yeah, Unreal Engine seems like it would be cool. I should play with it, but yeah. I think that there's a lot in the game dev world that needs to change. I mean, technically, I think all the voice actors and stuff for video games are on strike right now too. IBM XT, that is hilarious. That is old. What? Heck? Oh. I am checking through a lot of things. The next gen AMD iGPUs are going to be better than internal GPUs. Wow. I did not see that. I'm surprised I missed that. I usually am tuned in pretty well into GPUs. I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking for my next setup, I might go for a AMD system for the streaming side. Because I'm not sure if NVIDIA really does much for me. I think it would be useful on maybe the record side for like some video capture effects on their broadcast stuff. But even then, I'm pretty sure I can probably re-implement that with other things. I don't think you're going to need to boycott them. I think they're walking themselves to their own death. What? Hold up. It's one of those things where, like, you know, we're going to get a little deep, I guess. You know, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I don't appreciate the title of that. No, here's the thing. Us boycotting NVIDIA doesn't really do anything for them. Because everybody knows as of right now, AI is what's running NVIDIA. At no point is gaming running NVIDIA. And anyone thinking it does, yeah, probably doesn't know what's going on. That is valid. I mean, here's the thing. We aren't the customers for NVIDIA anymore. Us normal folk aren't. It's data centers. It's AI companies. That they're the main people for NVIDIA now. Which means AMD and Intel can come in. From what I see, I think what's going to happen is you'll see AMD become like the primo GPUs and Intel kind of coming in and being like your middle and bottom tier GPUs that like, you know, the baby's first computer, you use an Intel GPU because you can't afford anything. 1080. I mean, that's crazy that like it used to be you used multiple GPUs and nowadays you don't. I mean, you can, but like outside of like using it for like a server, I don't see. Most things you use probably aren't going to get the benefit of 2 to 3 GPUs. I don't think. I haven't seen any evidence that it helps, at least like in the gaming realm. That is true. I do believe they killed the port for that, didn't they? I would have to keep up better with my GPU history knowledge. I literally have a tab for Satanism still up. NVL link, which is based on the title, that was... I will be real, there are some things that I miss in GPU videos and junk, so... But NV link, so NVIDIA link memory. Like, yeah, NVIDIA should do better. Should do better. They don't. They suck. But I don't think we're going to do anything to convince NVIDIA to be a better company. Check. I think truthfully, they're kind of a bad company. But like most of the tech giants today, like most of them, 3090 has an NVLink port. I have a 3080, I believe. Right? I think that's what I got. I have to double check it. Why does my internet look like that? That's weird. Yes, I do remember that because my professor in uni, he was one to do AI stuff. He was literally paying students double for NVIDIA cards. Like if you found it, he would pay you a ridiculous sum of money because they were so stinking hard to get by. And that's probably why, because he was pooling all that for VRAM for his AI project. It was kind of cool. I wish I had gotten in on it. It would have helped me get published and thus get into PhD stuff. 124090s? What the heck? Dude, that's nuts. But yeah. Oh. It's a data center PC. There's no way it's not. That's not a. It's either a supercomputer or a data center PC, which the distance between those two is not as big as some people would think. Like, yeah, you can straight up run like really good sims from what I understand. That is hilarious. I'm certain they would have purged that by now. Because that's one of the things that, like, Yeah, purge all SSH keys every like 6 months. Oh, personal access. Well, that's... Oh my gosh. Just play Universe Sandbox on the most realistic settings you can get. That would be hilarious. Just a full-blown, like, Universe Sandbox sim. Alright. I think, though, I am winding down. It is time for me to go to bed. Oh, man. That's great. But I think I need to go to bed. So I'm going to have to call it a good night here. At 1,000 render distance. I think all the mods that let you do that actually wouldn't require that. It's like 10 o'clock. I normally go to bed at 11. So my brain is like on that downward slope. So, and mind you, like, this is a self-imposed, like, I go to bed at this time thing. So it's just over the last, like, 2-3 years, 5 a.m. I get about 6 hours of sleep, if I'm lucky. Like, I'm, you know, I want to burn the midnight oil as much as I can, but... Well, probably what will happen tomorrow is I'm going to sleep straight through my alarms, so... Because that's annoying. Yeah. But I think that I am going to call it a night. So thank you guys for showing up, and I've loved the conversation, Nip, and... This is why I was saying I need to go to bed, because once it gets this late, my words become sludge. Bimmer and Nate, welcome. Thank you guys for popping in. For everybody else, I don't know what was happening. Nail thumbs. Remember, the nail thumbs. Without further ado, this is Negative Light, signing out, and God bless y'all. Good night.